Hey everyone, and welcome to Comic Breakdown. If you're new to the page, be sure to give us a like and a sub so you don't miss any of the content we have coming out. And today we are going to be diving into Star Wars, Dr. Aphra, issue number 1. Now this is a new Star Wars line that's coming out from Marvel Comics. It's written by Alicia Wong, artist is Mariko Cresto. And without further ado, let's dive into this issue. So opening up, we pick up on Hoth. And we're picked up on an Echo base, which is a Emperor run base. And this seems to be taking place a little bit after the events of the Battle of Hoth, which took place in episode 5. And we see a bunch of uniformed Imperial forces moving along, and a group seems to be ambushed by two individuals, one of them being Black Chrysanthemum and Tablik Ruz, as well as our lead character, Dr. Aphra. And almost immediately, Tublik turns on her and essentially double crosses her and is trying to take whatever bounty they're going for himself. And this is where we see him get blasted in the face with a laser. And she has another companion, Just Lucky is the name he goes by, up on the ridgetop. And so they came here for some kind of a loot. They seem to be smugglers of sorts. And then they see a walker coming at them, so they gotta hightail it out of there. And their ship's name is the Archangel 3. And they're able to make it out of there just barely. So we're learning exactly who this team is. You know, they're a team of smugglers who are trying to find the next big score. You know, she goes by the name Doctor because her field of study is archaeology. So essentially, she's an archaeologist that finds treasure hunter of sorts, and sells it back to the highest bidder or whoever it may be. Now, picking up in the Shadow University in the Outer Rims, they have someone come up to her by the name of Data, and she has a proposal for them. She wants to find the Rings of Vaale, but the catch to this is supposedly they're cursed. But this obviously doesn't affect the Doctor. Like, she's one of science and not necessarily of magic and mystical or anything of that nature. So she's like, yeah, I'm gonna take this deal. And so they go to pick up one other person that studied it extensively out in the ruins of Kolkar in the Outer Rim as well. And it's one of her old classmates, and her name's Dr. Oka. And they're trying to enlist her into this little treasure hunt that they're doing, but before they're able to finish this, a bunch of henchmen show up under the orders of a man named Ronen Tagge. And Dr. Oka refuses to go with them, so a fight breaks out between both sides. And they're able to escape because the Doctor throws these little robots that turn into essentially giant machines. And they start attacking all of Mr. Tagge's men. And so back on the Archangel, they all have a discussion about the rings and where they might be. And Tagge is also trying to find these rings for himself. So that's why he was in there chasing after. Like, everybody is essentially going after these rings because there seems to be some kind of evidence that these things are actually real. And so with a little convincing, Oka's on board with this little treasure hunt that they decided to do. And she gives him a little bit more backstory on exactly where it might be and the curse that lays on it. And so she says it's in the planet Dieth, in the Malatoris system. And the legend goes that that's a haunted city made of living stone and ancient sect. And it was all dedicated to guarding these rings. And the curse that's supposedly on it, the legend goes that the curse is so powerful that it corrupted everything around it in the city, the air, the rest of the planet. And any explorers that have gone there have either gone mad or they saw unspeakable things. So it's not a place that like anybody's really going. And Dr. Aphra really doesn't believe in curses. So she's just like, come on, this has got to be bull. But they decide that this is something they're going to do anyway. So they chart their course. Now, picking up with Ronen, we're really introduced to the kind of character he is. And in this, we see him having two artists essentially decide whose artwork is better. And this guy, he's an eccentric art collector. So he collects all kinds of art, but he has a weird little niche to it. The most beautiful art he destroys. So he wants to be the last person to touch the art. And so he's just, in that aspect, he's insane and he's crazy because he just wants more. It comes with his elite power that he has, that he needs to find some kind of out to control. And so these rings he wants. He wants the power of these rings, but he wants to destroy them because he wants to be the last one to ever wield them. And that will be the end of this issue. Let me know what you guys think. I actually really enjoy this. I enjoy stories that, go along with the Star Wars, but is kind of offset. This is definitely taking place during the the reign of the Emperor and Darth Vader and things of that nature. So we might even get a surprise Darth Vader sneak peek in here once in a blue moon. But I think it'll be more in the regards of these rings and their smuggling aspect. So yeah, if you guys haven't yet, be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and until the next video.